Hey there. Ready to unlock the secrets of the universe? Or at least unpack a book that claims to.
Mm.
Today's deep dive takes us into Rhonda Byrne's The Secret,
Okay.
a global phenomenon promising to reveal the law of attraction and how to manifest your dream life.
Right.
We've all heard whispers of this think it and it will come kind of thing.
Yeah.
But does it really hold up?
It's certainly a compelling concept, wouldn't you say? The idea that we have this innate power to shape our reality simply by thinking about it.
Totally.
What's intriguing is how Byrne presents this law as akin to gravity, a constant force acting on our thoughts, whether we're aware of it or not.
Right. Like no pressure, but every thought is basically a cosmic order being placed.
Mm-hmm.
The book even calls them seeds we plant in our lives or the harvest.
Yeah.
But honestly, with 60,000 thoughts a day, who's keeping track of what they're accidentally growing?
That's where the book really emphasizes the importance of our feelings.
Okay.
They're like a shortcut to knowing if our thoughts are on track with what we want. Feeling down, anxious, frustrated? Time for a mental U-turn.
So emotions become a sort of guidance system.
Right.
It's not just about positive thinking, but cultivating a positive feeling about the things we want to attract.
Yeah.
But how do we actually shift our feelings on demand?
Yeah.
Byrne offers these secret shifters.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Things like listening to upbeat music,
Yeah.
spending time in nature, revisiting happy memories.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting because if you think about it, these are all activities that have been shown to reduce stress and boost mood, regardless of whether you believe in manifesting or not.
That's a good point. So it's like the secret is tapping into existing knowledge about well-being and framing it within this law of attraction.
Yeah.
But then it takes things a step further, saying that love isn't just some mushy feeling, it's the highest frequency we can emit.
Right.
Okay, I got to ask, what exactly does frequency even mean in this context?
Think of it like radio waves, different emotions broadcast on different frequencies, attracting similar energies. The book seems to be suggesting that love, with its feelings of joy, gratitude, and connection, operates on a particularly potent frequency, almost like a magnet for attracting more good stuff into our lives.
So wrapping our desires in love and gratitude is like adding a turbo boost to our manifesting power.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cosmic love potion for our dreams.
Hmm.
Now, I'm all for spreading love and good vibes, but can we really love our way to, say, a winning lottery ticket or that dream promotion?
That's where The Secret might be oversimplifying things a bit.
Okay.
It presents a lot of anecdotes and testimonials of people manifesting amazing things, dream homes, loving relationships, even recovering from serious illnesses.
Wow.
While inspiring, we have to remember correlation doesn't equal causation.
Right. Just because someone visualizes something and it happens doesn't automatically mean they manifested it through sheer willpower.
Right.
There can be countless other factors at play. But even if we approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism, there's still something intriguing about the idea that our thoughts and feelings might have a greater impact on our reality than we realize.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes The Secret so thought-provoking.
For sure.
It encourages us to consider the possibility that we might have more agency in shaping our lives than we've been led to believe.
Okay, let's say we're on board with the idea that our thoughts and feelings have some level of influence on our reality.
Okay.
How exactly do we put The Secret into action? I mean, is it as simple as just wishing for something really, really hard?
Byrne outlines a simple 3-step process. Ask, believe, receive.
Okay.
But there's a nuance to it that trips a lot of people up.
What's that?
It's not just about intellectually wishing for something, it's about cultivating the feeling of already having it.
Ah, so it's not enough to just think it. You have to feel it.
Right.
That makes sense in a way.
Yeah.
If you're constantly feeling anxious and doubtful about achieving your goals,
Yeah.
you're not exactly aligning yourself with those outcomes.
Exactly.
But how do you convince your mind and body that you already have something you desperately want, but don't? The book mentions this idea of acting as if.
Exactly.
Okay.
They suggest things like test driving your dream car or trying on clothes in your desired size to really embody that feeling of having it now.
Okay, now we're getting to the practical exercises.
Yeah.
It's one thing to think positive thoughts, but actually going through the motions of living your dream life, even in a small way, feels like next-level manifestation.
Right.
Almost like you're sending a clearer signal to the universe about what you're ready to receive.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah,
It's about aligning your energy with your desires, making their manifestation more likely.
I like it.
But The Secret doesn't stop at personal desires.
Wow.
It goes on to suggest this law of attraction can impact even bigger things like our finances.
Money, money, money. Who doesn't want more of that? But can simply changing your thoughts really result in a fatter wallet?
That's the claim, isn't it? The book argues that our financial reality is a direct reflection of our thoughts and beliefs about money.
Yeah.
So if we're constantly dwelling on lack and scarcity, we're inadvertently attracting more of the same.
So no more complaining about those empty wallets or sky-high bills.
Right.
Instead, we should be focusing on abundance gratitude and the joy of giving and receiving,
Exactly.
essentially training our minds to vibrate at a wealthier frequency.
Precisely. The Secret even has this fun little exercise where you carry a blank check from the Bank of the Universe in your wallet and imagine it's already filled out with the exact amount you desire.
Okay, that does sound kind of fun. I'm picturing myself whipping out that blank check at the grocery store, radiating abundance, and maybe getting a few confused looks from the cashier.
Yeah.
But hey, if it works, why not?
It's a lighthearted way to visualize abundance and cultivate a more positive relationship with money.
I'm into it.
And speaking of relationships, The Secret dives into that realm too, suggesting that we attract people who vibrate at a similar frequency. So if we're seeking a partner who embodies specific qualities, it's not just about finding them, but about cultivating those qualities within ourselves.
So it's less about looking for the right person and more about becoming the right person.
Right.
It's like that saying, we attract what we are not what we want.
Exactly.
But does that apply to every aspect of our lives? Are we really responsible for creating our own realities, even when it comes to things like health and global issues?
That's where The Secret really pushes the boundaries of what we might consider possible.
Okay.
It suggests that this law of attraction isn't just personal, it's universal.
Mm.
Our thoughts and feelings, according to Byrne, have a ripple effect influencing not only our own lives, but the world around us.
So we're not just vibrating over here in our own little bubbles. It's more like we're all part of one giant energetic mosh pit.
That's one way to put it. The book argues that this interconnected energy field isn't just some abstract concept. It plays out in our relationships, our health, even on a global scale. Speaking of health, that's one area where The Secret makes some pretty bold claims.
Right. It's one thing to manifest a parking space, but can we really think our way to perfect health?
That's the suggestion, yes.
Wow.
The Secret proposes that our physical well-being is a reflection of our thoughts and beliefs about health.
Okay.
If we constantly focus on ailments and symptoms, we might inadvertently be attracting more of the same.
It's like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Right.
But instead of focusing on what's wrong, The Secret encourages us to visualize ourselves as healthy, radiant, full of vitality.
Exactly. It's about aligning our energy with the desired outcome. And there's actually some interesting scientific backing for this concept.
Really?
You've heard of the placebo effect, right?
Of course. When people experience real improvement simply because they believe they're receiving treatment, even if it's a sugar pill.
Precisely.
Right.
And while the placebo effect is often attributed to the power of suggestion, The Secret would argue it's actually the law of attraction in action. By believing in their healing, people are essentially aligning their energy with a healthy outcome.
So does that mean ditching conventional medicine altogether and relying solely on the power of positive thinking? I'm guessing even Rhonda Byrne would agree that's probably not the best idea.
You'd be right.
Okay.
While The Secret emphasizes the mind-body connection, it doesn't advocate for abandoning traditional healthcare.
Right.
It acknowledges the importance of medical professionals in treating illness, but suggests that our mindset plays a crucial role in the healing process.
So it's about taking a holistic approach.
Right.
Right? Combining the best of both worlds, medical expertise, and the power of positive thinking.
Exactly. Instead of seeing it as one or the other, it's about recognizing the synergy between our mental and physical states.
Yeah.
The book even suggests we can slow down or even reverse the aging process with our thoughts.
What?
It argues that societal beliefs about aging are just that, beliefs, and we have the power to choose different ones.
Okay, now that's a concept I could get behind. Sign me up for the youthful thinking program. But seriously, while it's a nice thought, isn't there some biological reality we have to contend with?
Of course.
Yeah.
We can't simply will away our wrinkles or think ourselves 20 years younger overnight. However, The Secret challenges us to question our assumptions about what's possible.
Okay.
What if instead of dreading aging, we focused on cultivating vitality, energy, and a youthful spirit regardless of our chronological age?
It's about changing the narrative around aging from one of decline to one of continued growth and possibility.
Exactly.
Instead of seeing it as a countdown, We could approach it as an ongoing adventure.
And that shift in perspective, that belief in our own ability to thrive at any age, might actually have a positive impact on our physical well-being.
Hmm. It's like how stress and negativity can manifest physically.
Mm.
Perhaps a more positive outlook can have the opposite effect.
It's certainly an interesting possibility to consider. And it speaks to the core message of The Secret, that our thoughts are not just fleeting things, they have power. But this power isn't just limited to our individual lives, right? The book takes this concept even further, suggesting that our thoughts and feelings can impact the world around us on a much larger scale.
So it's like we're all part of this giant cosmic feedback loop. If enough of us buy into fear, scarcity, and conflict, those energies become amplified, manifesting as global challenges.
Precisely. But the good news is the opposite is also true.
Okay.
If we can collectively shift our focus towards love, compassion, and abundance, The Secret suggests we can create a more harmonious and prosperous world for everyone.
So we're not just responsible for our own little corner of the universe, we're all co-creating this massive interconnected reality.
Yeah.
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is a lot to process, and it raises some pretty big questions. If we really are all influencing this shared reality with our thoughts and feelings, what does that mean for our individual responsibility?
Right.
Does that let anyone off the hook for their actions claiming they were just manifesting their reality?
It's a slippery slope if we start using The Secret to justify harmful behavior or inaction, claiming it's all part of some grand cosmic plan.
Exactly. And to be clear, The Secret doesn't condone that kind of thinking.
Right.
It emphasizes personal responsibility while also acknowledging that we're all connected and influencing each other.
Right.
It's a delicate balance.
So it's less about absolving ourselves of responsibility and more about recognizing the power of our collective intentions.
Precisely. And perhaps if we can cultivate greater awareness of how our thoughts and feelings contribute to this collective reality, we can start to make more conscious choices about the kind of world we want to create.
So instead of getting overwhelmed by the negativity and challenges in the world, we should be focusing on the solutions, the possibilities, the positive changes we want to see.
That's the idea.
Right.
The Secret encourages us to become conscious participants in shaping our shared future, not just passive observers.
Right.
It's about recognizing that even small acts of kindness, compassion, and positivity can have a ripple effect, contributing to a larger wave of change.
It's like that idea that one candle can light 1,000 more without dimming its own flame.
Right.
Our individual efforts might seem small, but collectively, they can create a powerful force for good.
That's a beautiful analogy, and it speaks to the power of intention.
Yeah.
If enough of us genuinely focus our thoughts and feelings on creating a more peaceful, loving, and abundant world, who's to say it can't become a reality? It might sound idealistic, but as we've been discussing, The Secret suggests that our thoughts and beliefs have a much greater impact on our reality than we might realize.
So we've explored the core principles of The Secret, delved into its applications in various aspects of life, and even touched upon its more controversial implications.
Right.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
I think the most important message is this. Whether or not you subscribe to every aspect of The Secret, it offers a powerful reminder of the potential that lies within our minds. Our thoughts and beliefs are not just passive things. They have the power to shape our experiences, influence our relationships, and perhaps even contribute to a greater collective reality.
So it's less about blindly accepting the idea that we can manifest anything we want, and more about embracing the responsibility that comes with having a mind that's capable of shaping our world in profound ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Secret might not have all the answers, but it asks some important questions that can spark self-reflection and inspire us to tap into the power within ourselves, to create a life and a world that's more aligned with our highest aspirations.
It's a call to action to become more conscious creators, both in our own lives and in the world around us. And that's a pretty empowering thought to leave you with.
It certainly is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into The Secret.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep those good vibes flowing.